You wish that was you, huh?
Apparently, there are a lot of men out there that are just done with being used, that all they're doing is working, chilling, and maybe ignoring people. It's kind of messed up.
So what do you want? Do you want a boyfriend? Nah. Okay, do you want to be single? No. Do you want to casually date people? Nah, not necessarily. Do you want to get back with your ex? No. Do you want to remain in the talking stage? No.
Here's a really good picture of me. Thank you for listening. That is all.
Okay, usually you could never pay me to be in a polo and a little skirt like this, but if you're single and you want a rich dude, find a way to get your ass into the country clubs. It's literally a boys club. There's hot dudes, rich dudes walking around everywhere.
Me and this girl was talking online, and which don't trust any pictures online, by the way. She gets there, she's an hour and a half late. She is already trashed, she's drunk and medicated, so she's slurring and literally drooling. Did not look anything like her pictures. So I'm here just shoot me in the face and get this over with. So I buy one picture, and I figure, okay, we finish that picture, it's going to be signals time to go. So, we finished the picture. She had mentioned that she rode there. She's talking the whole freaking time and just slobbering and rambling and stopping because she forgot what she was even talking about and just kind of Joe Biden dazing off. And, oh my gosh. So she rode there, Uber there or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'll take you home. I take her home, drive her there, punch it in my little GPS. We get there, and we sit there for a second, and she's holding on to my arm, and she's falling asleep. She'll fall asleep, and I kind of nudge a little bit. She wakes up, she rubs my arm for a second, and falls asleep again. She fell asleep 3 or 4 different times, and then she kissed me. And okay, she had these 6 teeth. And nothing else on the top back there, and the ones that she did have, you could see a little bit of gray in between. Well, she kissed me, and yeah, it wasn't pleasant at all. I was like, okay, it's time to go. All right. She slips her tongue in my mouth and stuff, and so finally she gets up and leaves, and I kind of put my teeth together, natural position, mouth closed, teeth together, and something crunches, and I kind of go like this, and it's gritty and crunching. It's her decayed teeth. I'm crunching on her freaking teeth.
So I haven't been the nicest to myself the past couple days. I've been having some mean and critical thoughts about my body, so I decided to put a bikini on, a string bikini to be exact, and yeah, it worked. I feel hot. I feel sexy. I feel like a bad it worked.
Welcome back to What's That Sexuality? Today's sexuality is trixic. Now, trixic is actually quite complex, especially since it's a new term. The basic definition is a non-binary person, no matter their orientation, who is attracted to women. But it's not always an exclusive attraction. The opposite of trixic is toric, which is the same thing except attraction to men. Now, someone who is trixic can also identify as a non-binary lesbian or feminomoric, though feminomoric is an exclusive attraction to females, the opposite of which is viromoric. The reason trixic or toric is so new is because the term non-binary is so new. It's also the reason why it's not very well known. Trixic flag contains the colors yellow, pink, magenta, and purple. The toric flag contains the colors purple, lighter purple, blue, green, and dark green. I hope you guys learned something and have a wonderful day.
On today's episode of Women Literally Cannot Say Anything Without Men and Complaining, we have the Alyssa Jones. As you can see, Her comment section is literally filled with that comment, over 200 of them. What did she say? Basically that women enjoy sex too, and that it's dumb as hell to shame them for doing so. If you think women enjoying sex and having multiple partners is wrong, I got news for you. You're a misogynist, because I can guarantee you don't take that same energy with men.
Y'all, I'm struggling. So, big surprise, I'm talking to this new guy, and he was straight up honest with me. He said, I've been going on these really great dates, but there's just been this one big deal breaker every time. Like, it's been a problem. And I'm like, okay, I'll bite. What is it? Like, why don't we just get this out of the f***ing way? Like, might as well figure it out so we don't catch feels and then be like, oh, damn, this sucks. And he tells me, he says, I'm too big. And I was like, what do you mean you're too big? He said, usually girls see me, my dick, and say, F that. And I'm sitting here like, how do I not sound like a f***ing hoe telling him that won't be a f***ing problem? Like, get me in!
Hot boyfriend check. I checked, he's ugly.
I am so sick and tired of being a reader. Because I'm never happy in the real world because I spent my entire life reading about these super cool fantasy worlds and no guy or any romantic partner is good enough because they're not a book character!
I've seen men leave 5-10-year relationships and turn around and marry a woman.
The reason men will leave long-term relationships for a new woman and move on like that is because of something called the 90-10 rule. Basically what it means is the woman he's with might have 90% of what he's looking for. And even though most people are lucky to have 90% in common with someone, he becomes so resentful of the 10% that she doesn't have that when a new woman comes along and embodies that 10%, he's so enthralled with the 10% that she does have that he starts to convince himself that it's 100% of what he wants. So he jumps ship like that, and down the line, he realizes that this woman only has 10% of what he's looking for, but it doesn't matter because he already left the 90% behind.
Did you know that in hetero relationships, 80% of divorces are initiated by women? And that number jumps to about 90% for college-educated women.
We were on complicated terms. We weren't together, but we were still doing it. First off, let me inform you that my ex was bat crazy. When we weren't together, she would literally drive by my house to see if my car was home. Yeah, it was wild. So I ended up breaking up with the girl because I didn't like the way that she treated me. But we agreed to keep it a friends with benefits type of thing. My girl was never on the pill or anything, so that meant that we had to wear protection. And since we weren't together anymore, I definitely wasn't taking the risk. So I continued to wear it. One day while we were in my room doing it, the unthinkable happened. I was ready to, and pull out. She didn't let me. She literally held me in with her legs. And at this point, it was too late to stop myself, so it happened. After I did that, she let me out. At the time, I didn't notice that anything was wrong with the protection. I didn't even realize that there wasn't any of my, in it. But my ex-girlfriend called me up a few months later to tell me that she was pregnant. With my kid. And I was freaking out. I was confused at how that could even be possible, and that's when she told me that she cut a hole in the protection to baby trap me so I wouldn't be able to leave her. I told you she was bad crazy. After figuring out that she was going to have my kid, I couldn't bring myself to leave. Not a bad person. If it was mine, I'd want to be in its life. But here's where it gets even crazier. I met up with the girl for one of her doctor appointments about the baby. I ran a test, and this is where I found out that the baby actually wasn't mine. So either while we were dating or the few weeks that we were broken up, she had slept with someone else and got pregnant by someone else. But I didn't love the girl anymore anyways, so I figured I dodged a bullet. I left and we never talked again.
No, don't do it.
Oh my gosh. It's not right. It isn't right.
I'm such a good dad.
I know.